What's going on, Vikings fans? Welcome into Vikings Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Patrick Siepman, and coming up on today's show, we have a fun one for you guys where we're going to be diving in to JJ McCarthy and what he had to say on the Up and Adams show earlier today. They're doing a golf event down in Mexico, and JJ, he was talking to Kay Adams, talked about the quarterback plan, talked about his knee injury, and also talked about Justin Jefferson. Truly some awesome stuff that JJ talked about today. So before we dive into it, speaking about JJ McCarthy, there's a lot of doubters out there. Not a lot of people believe in number 9. So if you are a JJ McCarthy believer, go down there, hit that thumbs up icon. I put today's goal as 1,000 likes. I think we can knock that number out of the park. So if you guys could, hit that thumbs up icon for me if you are a believer in number 9, JJ McCarthy. So first off, the big question that was asked on the Up and Adams show today was, Kay Adams said, hey, when did you find out you were the starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings in 2025? And JJ actually said this, they haven't told me. I'm happy they didn't because I try to earn it every single day. I never want that to be given to me. It's such a privilege and opportunity to give me that chance. And I have already seen Vikings fans on Twitter and some people on YouTube freaking out saying, why haven't the Vikes told JJ he is the QB1 heading into the next season just yet? I really want to pound the table for this. Do not overreact to this. I think this is the Vikings just going through the process and not having anything kind of be definite just yet and not just handing the keys over to JJ as it stands right now because they want to see him in OTAs. They want to see him in training camp. They want to see how he looks. And then once he goes out there and he earns it, then they will obviously make him the official QB1 and they'll tell it to all of the press and such. But also I love that answer from JJ where he is not, concerned about not being named QB1 just yet. He's being honest. He's saying, I love to go out there and work and earn it. And just that mindset, that mentality, which we knew JJ had even before he got to Michigan and he was winning national championships there. We knew he was a big process over results guy. And that's the thing I love so much about, hearing him talk and hearing him go about his day-to-day life is because he takes it day by day. He takes it, the process first, and he's not concerned about the results. And obviously the results matter. You try to go win every football game, but the process is how you get the best results. And if you're just addicted, whether that's, you working at your job right now or me working at my job, if you fall in love with the process and you fall in love with kind of the journey of, getting to the top of the mountain, no matter what field it is, the results will come. And I will say, he reminds me of a mini Kevin O'Connell. Like just the way he talks, it truly feels like a perfect marriage of a head coach and a quarterback where Kevin O'Connell, he's all about the process. Obviously he wants the results as well, but he is addicted to the day, trying to take every hour. It's just that hour and try to go win those individual moments throughout the day. And that's how JJ talks. He talks like how Kevin O'Connell would talk if he was a quarterback coming out right now. I love his mentality. And also, guys, we got some great news on where his knee injury stands right now. Kay asked him about it, and he said, I would say I'm 100%. Just staying consistent with the rehab process and not wavering from that. Just staying disciplined from all the outside stuff and making sure I'm not chopping too much wood and that fun stuff. And, just more about JJ's mindset here. I think mindset really does matter in everything in life because he is just full of positivity and he is full of joy. Any interview we see, anytime it's a former teammate talking about him, you're just saying, hey, this guy is just a maniac when it comes to football. I mean, Cameron Bynum last year, he was saying on Good Morning Football the other week that, hey, JJ, he's a psycho when it comes to football. He's a psycho competitor. And having that mindset in life, no matter what you do, no matter what field you're in, it really does pay dividends, and it may not pay it off right away, but over time, if you just keep on stacking those good days, which JJ clearly he believes if he keeps on stacking good days, he can be an all-time great quarterback, but just having that mindset is so key, and especially at the quarterback position in the NFL because of how hard it is. But he also had this to say about the knee injury, which I thought was pretty damn awesome. He said it was the ultimate blessing because it was such a time of stillness where you really get to reflect and introspect and find a routine. And especially early on in this career and profession, It is huge for young guys to find that habitual routine they can rely on. And I also thought it was so interesting that he didn't talk about the knee injury in a negative way. He said that happened to me. I'm going to go get better from it. I'm not going to have that derail my NFL career just because one tiny mishap and one tiny setback is going to completely change how I go about things. And finding that routine as a young quarterback is so key. Just like I was saying, he's a mini Kevin O'Connell. KOC talks about routine all the time. And if he is able to get that at a young spot in his career and he can just start stacking good days, stacking good weeks, stacking good months, and then just year after year after year, we will see massive improvement. And I'm not going to lie, he is talking like another Michigan quarterback, in my opinion. He is talking like Tom Brady did. And just in terms of the mental side of the game, being connected, like mind, body, spirit, like JJ has that same mentality where it's almost like, and JJ also on Instagram, he posts a lot about Buddhism, just being, connected with like your mind, body, soul, and all that. It is truly awesome the way he talks about just not only the game of football, but just the game of life. And he's clearly in a very good headspace. He's in a great spot in his life, and he's starting to talk like another Michigan quarterback. So, listen, we'll dive into more here in just a second, but I want to ask you guys this, prediction time for me. Because a lot of people think the Vikes are going to be a regression team this season, and I just completely disagree. You guys let me know. Over, under, 9.5 wins in year one for JJ McCarthy. Give me an O for over or give me a U for under. We're going to dive into what else JJ McCarthy had to say on the Up and Adam show here in just a second. But first off, I got to tell you guys about a new sponsor we have here at Vikings Now by Chat Sports, and that being House of Atlas. So today's sponsor is a new shaving company called House of Atlas, and they gifted us one of their razors, and honestly, guys, I'm kind of blown away. Not only does it look insanely sleek sitting in my bathroom, but it gives me an incredibly close shave. It feels weird to gush over a lineup of shaving products, but truly, House of Atlas makes some one-of-a-kind stuff. Not to mention, their products are all designed to look like they should have their own tech reveal. And also, this House of Atlas razor looks sick. It has a sleek design, easy to hold and maneuver with a nice weight to it. And I got the blue one, and it is truly one of the best looking razors I have ever seen. And as you guys know, I am new to the beard game, and House of Atlas has completely changed my life in terms of just maintaining it and helping me look good. And it's honestly given me a boost of confidence because I don't have to worry about my beard, looking crazy in the morning. This House of Atlas razor has completely changed my life. It keeps my beard looking good, and it really gives me the best shave I have ever had. So if you guys want to check them out, they got a sweet deal going on for you guys right now, and for a limited time, they're offering 15% off your first order when you purchase any razor kit and the before and after set, which includes the precision shave cream and calming aftershave. Use code CHAT at houseofatlas.com. That's HOUSEOFATLAS.com with promo code CHAT for 15% off your new razor kit and before and after set. Stop wasting money and time on shaving products that don't look good, aren't effective, and cost way too much. Visit houseofatlas.com today. Trust me, you will love it as much as I did. All right, let's dive into the rest of this JJ McCarthy interview with Kay Adams on the Up and Adams show today because, listen, the main part was, him not knowing or him pretty much just confirming that the Vikings haven't told him just yet about QB1. He's feeling great coming off that knee injury. But he also talked about just, how he's going to build chemistry with his teammates. And I thought this was pretty cool. He said, I'm just trying to get around them as much as I can. Try to be my authentic self and form those relationships off the field. Harrison Smith and I live really close together, so it has been great to pick his brain and be around him because he is such a great guy. With new offensive linemen coming in this year and be able to get out there and shoot some ski. And I love that last part, just talking about, JJ getting out there with the offensive linemen, going hunting and everything. It was, pretty cool to hear him talk about that. Like, he's truly trying to engulf himself in, like, that Minnesota culture because, listen, guys, I was born in Minnesota. I grew up in Chicago, and now I'm living down here in Dallas, Texas. I had to look up what shooting skeet meant, but obviously it's a Minnesota thing. Toss the clay blocks up in the air, you shoot them. And it's cool that JJ is, like, engulfing himself in that Minnesota culture. And there's no lie that the swagger and confidence is there with him. And I think that will resonate with his teammates because, in those big-time moments, 3 minutes left, fourth quarter, you're down by 4, and you need a game-winning drive, and the rest of his 10 teammates in that huddle offensively, if they look at him and they're like, man, this guy's got confidence, he thinks we're going to go down there and score, that can just resonate throughout the entire huddle. So I love that part of it. But also in those big-time moments, JJ is going to be wanting to throw the number 18, and he actually talked about Justin Jefferson and his relationship saying this. It is fantastic. We resonate deeply on that joyful, playful energy, just being out there having fun. Every time we step on the field, it is a blessing and an opportunity to be around the best. But when the best treat it like they have been treating it all their life, it is really special, and he is one of those guys. And I cannot wait for the JJ to JJ connection. It will truly feed families this next upcoming season, and just seeing them just build their relationship over the next couple of years. And this will be a process. Like, understand the Vikings are going to be a very good football team next season. They got a stacked roster. And, they clearly are treating 2025 like this is the start of their Super Bowl window. But fall in love with the process and enjoy this ride. Enjoy watching JJ and JJ build that connection every single Sunday, Monday, or Thursday whenever they're playing, and it's just going to get better over time. And, just hearing them talk on the Up and Adam show today, I think it is clear the Vikings have their guy. They have their franchise quarterback. And for the first time in a while, heading into a season, and obviously JJ has never played a real snap in the NFL or in a regular season game. But I feel more confident about the quarterback position than I've ever felt under the Kevin O'Connell era. Especially last year with Sam Darnold, what a big question mark he was. But even when it was Kirk Cousins, I knew the ceiling was limited with Kirk because we knew who he was. And the whole thing right now, I see a lot of people talking about it, where they're saying, what if JJ McCarthy's a bust? Let me turn that back around to you. What if JJ McCarthy is the best quarterback in the NFC North next season? What if? What would we be talking about this Vikings team? Stacked roster around him, stacked coaching staff. And if that QB pops, this team is going to be a wagon down the stretch of the season. I hate all this negative what ifs about JJ. What if he can't translate his game to the NFL? He's never had to throw the ball a lot in college. Just because they asked him, or just because they didn't ask him to do it, doesn't mean he can't do it. And I am fully bought into him. I am fully bought into this JJ McCarthy era of the Minnesota Vikings, and I know it's going to be a lofty goal to go win a Super Bowl, and it's incredibly hard. Only one team does it every year, and it's the hardest championship to win in all of sports. But I truly believe JJ McCarthy will be that guy, will be the leader, will be the face of the franchise that leads the Vikings to that. It's all about his mindset. It's all about his process, and obviously when he's out there on the football field, the kid's a stud. He's got a live arm. He's a great athlete. He checks truly, guys, every single box of what you would want a franchise quarterback to be, not only on the field, but the stuff off the field, the mindset, the process, like we were talking about. So let's close today's show with this. Show JJ McCarthy some love down below in the comment section. Type his jersey number, type those 9s, and I just can't wait for the first preseason game and then the first regular season game and then JJ's first playoff game. Just enjoy the ride, Vikings fans. It's truly going to be an incredible journey we are going on here with JJ McCarthy and Kevin O'Connell and this Justin Jefferson era for the Vikings offense. But also, you guys can hit me up on Twitter, at Pat Siepman is the Twitter handle. Give me a follow over there, and I'll give you guys a follow right back. But we'll see you guys next time. As always, Skol Vikes.